The secrets behind America's old money mansions. They rise from the past like echoes of a forgotten empire, vast estates of marble, gold, and ambition. But behind their opulent facades lie stories of vision, vanity, and decline. These are the mansions of America's old money, the monuments of the Gilded Age. In the late 1800s, America was young, restless, and rich beyond measure. The Civil War had ended, and a new class of industrial titans was emerging, men who built empires not from nobility, but from raw ambition. Names like Rockefeller, Carnegie, and Vanderbilt transformed cities, industries, and their own fortunes. And with their newfound wealth came the desire to build their own kingdoms. To the Vanderbilts, Astors, and Morgans, wealth wasn't just comfort, it was legacy. Their mansions were not homes, they were statements. In the rolling hills of North Carolina stands the crown jewel of America's old money, the Biltmore Estate. Completed in 1895, it was the vision of George Washington Vanderbilt, grandson of the railroad magnate. 175,000 square feet, 250 rooms, a private railway line, and gardens designed by Frederick Law Olmsted, the same man who created Central Park. It took 6 years, 1,000 craftsmen, and what would today be worth hundreds of millions. Every corner whispers of European elegance, imported stone from Italy, tapestries from France, and chandeliers that once lit the halls of Parisian palaces. But Biltmore was more than luxury. It was a symbol of a nation trying to prove that its elite could rival Europe's aristocracy. Further north, along the rocky shores of Rhode Island, the summer playground of the rich glittered with excess. Here, cottages like the Breakers and Marble House redefined the word home. Cornelius Vanderbilt II's Breakers boasted 70 rooms, 30 servants, and ceilings gilded in gold. When electricity was still a novelty, the Breakers glowed brighter than most cities. Alva Vanderbilt's Marble House was a temple to opulence. 500,000 cubic feet of marble, and a ballroom modeled after Versailles. She once said, "We are the aristocracy of wealth." These Newport mansions weren't just displays of power, they were competitions in architecture, luxury, and reputation. On the other side of the country, one man turned imagination into empire. William Randolph Hearst, the newspaper king, built Hearst Castle in San Simeon, California. A blend of Spanish Revival and Hollywood fantasy, it had 165 rooms, 123 acres of gardens, and an indoor Roman pool tiled with 22-karat gold. Hearst's mansion was the West Coast's answer to Biltmore, but it was also a reflection of a new America, where power was no longer inherited. It was made. Here, movie stars and politicians mingled. Every party was legend, and every room a set. But even the brightest lights eventually fade. The Great Depression struck, and with it, the era of excess began to crumble. Families like the Vanderbilts watched their fortunes vanish. The upkeep of these colossal homes became impossible. Entire estates were shuttered or sold. By mid-century, these once grand symbols of power had become relics. Some were demolished, others were rescued, turned into museums, kept alive by the very public they once excluded. Today, they remain, preserved not as palaces of pride, but as lessons of time. Each mansion tells a story of human ambition, of the illusion of permanence, of the rise and fall of American royalty. They remind us that money can build empires, but time decides what endures. Through the time lens, we see these homes not just as monuments of wealth, but as mirrors, reflecting who we were and who we've become. If you enjoyed exploring the secrets of America's old money mansions, Subscribe to the Time Lens and journey with us through the moments that shaped history.